All right, day two with the JonCutter 2500. We've been splitting all day, and wife's been burning brush from this the couple of maples that we're taking down. Still got all that to split over there, but I'm gonna run this and cut up some of the stuff here and just get it on video. One thing I want to show you right away, I just went to fill the bar oil. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. I hope the light's good enough. But so the filter is sitting right up here dry, and the bar oil is almost full, and it kind of flexes up that way. So I think the angle of whatever the tube is that goes to that filter isn't really right, because a lot of the cutting on this saw is the top handle is going to be on its side just like this, and if you're cutting on the side, it's not going to be picking up any oil because it's almost full. It's almost full right now, and the bar oil filter is dry, just so you can see that. I'm going to see if I can shove it down in the tank without blowing a hole in it. So it does stick down in there, so I got it stuck down in there. There's no doubt it's going to vibrate back up to the top again. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it run and try to get you guys in a good spot where you can see everything, and not where it's going to be all smoky. So let's see here. And I may do some tuning on the saw too. I haven't tuned it. I got my tack in my pocket, and let me just get the little, I have my tuning screwdriver on my belt, but I don't know if it'll fit this one, so I'll get the little screwdriver that came with it and stick this in my belt. So it's going to be a cold start, and I'm just going to start with that stuff that's right in front of you there. Looks like it'll be all right. Maybe you get you up just a tab more. All right, so I'm going to cut up that small stuff, and then I'll move you over and I'll cut some bigger stuff. So now that I know it's got a primer bulb on it, just hit the primer bulb a couple times, flip it on start, choke, first pull. I'm going to run it for a while, then I'll check the tune and see what it's like. Yeah, I think it's like that. Got some bigger stuff with it. It's getting weird readings. It's almost, it's getting like a dual tack reading on it. Let's see over here. I'm gonna cut up some of this bigger stuff. How it will do plowing through something big. Hold on 1 second. The chain's a little tight, so I'm only going to make one more. I'm going to make one more cut with it. All right, so. Pretty good chunk of maple right there. Get you right here. We'll see how it goes going through that. Just about max of the bar. It's not too bad. You know, that's 12-inch bar, so just about a 12-inch maple cut. I could lean on it. I could lean on it and get it to stall, but I mean, that's still pretty good. That's pulling nice for a little 25. Definitely will do anything you ask of it with a 12-inch bar. Hopefully, sorry about this getting out. But so the idle side, I have it at 3,300 right now, and it was tuned a little bit higher. The high-end side's right around 12.1. I looked up the high-end specs, and it doesn't give an unloaded spec that I found. I just looked quick before I started this video, but It gives you a 8500 high end on the power side, so I'd have to check that while it's in the cut, but it's still 4-stroking at 12.1, so I would imagine you could even go a little more lean than that, but I just don't see any reason to. I mean, if you want to keep the little saw as a, you know, reliable little cutter, there's no, I mean, you know, you're not winning races with that thing, but at, you know, 12.1, I think it cuts great. I'm really surprised. My wife's MS-180C, this is about 5 years old. That saw, I would have to say that little JonCutter cuts right with that 180C, and that's tuned at like 13.8. And actually, you know, I haven't done any power testing on this little saw to see where it holds the best RPM. I mean, where it holds the best RPMs in the cut. But 13.8 just sounds good on the saw, feels good on the saw, it cuts well. But I bet that little JonCutter cuts with it. I'm really surprised. I mean, I'm blown away by that saw. I did not expect anything like this. I mean, it's got real super thick, durable plastics. I mean, and just spare me the comments about plastic saws, because they're, you know, every saw's got plastics. These just, you know, there's no flex in it. It feels good. I mean, these plastics that came with it, the fit's good. They're really pretty robust. It's light. It starts right up. I mean, I'm blown away by it. I really am. I didn't expect this. I mean, you know, you guys know me from watching my thing. I don't run small saws. All I run is big saws. So I don't have really any experience with a top handle at all. I just got into climbing, and I'm climbing this tree and taking it apart, so I really wanted one. But my wife wanted something that was smaller than her 180C. She's going through some physical therapy and she wants to cut. I could tell you, just picking the two of them up, I thought there was going to be more of a weight difference. And if you want my opinion, and I don't know this, I'll have to look up the specs on it, but my opinion picking them up is that's heavier than a 180. It's, hopefully it works out from an ergonomic standpoint, you know, being able to run it with the top handle versus this. Just the JonCutter feels heavier than hers. Maybe hers is, maybe it's the balance. If I pick it up here where it's balancing, hers feels heavier. Yeah, I think it's because of the way I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up by the back, so I'm supporting the whole saw. Hers, I'm picking up by the handle, and it's balanced really nice. If I pick this up by the handle, I'm gonna have to look the specs up on it. Yeah, now the JonCutter feels lighter like that, so I don't know. I think it's, I mean, for $100, that's a hell of a deal. I can tell you one thing, the Husqvarna top handle that I was just fixing for a customer that I was using up in that tree, it's a 540 XP. This bar is 100 times the little Husqvarna bar on that 540. That 540 bar was so soft, you know, I could probably grab the saw like this and bend it. This bar, you know, feels pretty robust. I'm surprised, really. I don't know what else to say. I'm surprised by it. So, I mean, if you were looking for something to throw in an ATV or something like that, or just keeping your truck to clear roads if you're out in the woods, man, God forbid. I mean, you know, there's a lot of climbers probably wouldn't want to be caught dead with it just because they get laughed at, but I'm going to climb with it, and I'm going to see how it runs up in the tree. I mean, it starts right up, and I'm really blown away. So I can't tell you how impressed I am with it. I mean, for, I don't know whether it's, what, 25 cc's or something like that. 25.9 9 or something. I'm really surprised at how well it runs. And they had it tuned pretty close from the factory. So I mean, I'll do another couple of. I'll keep you updated on it, but I wouldn't even come close to hesitating to buy that saw. I mean, I didn't need it. You know, it's going to be nice to be able to climb with it, but I didn't need it. I don't climb for a living. And all I run is, you know, big saws, mill, and stuff like that. That's that big crotch right there is the next one, and I got to mill that little log over there. So I mean, that's what I do. I just don't run little saws, and I'm blown away by it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. If I get up in the tree today, I'll take it with me, and I'll try to get my wife to shoot a video, because we're trying to get all this shit cleaned up. So have a good one.